off this. Turn off that. Go through this old checklist again. See if I remember how to do this. Internet looks pretty good. Turn the volume down. How we doing, folks? Let me know you're here. Do that number. That number. Okay, that should be live. That should be live. That should be live. All right, I think we're live everywhere we're supposed to be. How we doing, folks? It's been a minute. Let me know you're here. I'm going to give it a second. Wait for some people to hop on. If you're catching this on the replay, then it's a lot of times you can fast forward a minute or two, and that's about when the first song starts. So welcome, welcome, folks. I've had a couple sessions since the last time I was on here, so everything's been moved around about 100 times. But I guess that's kind of always the way it goes. Howdy, howdy, folks. How we doing? Thank you guys for sharing this when you hop on. It's been 3 whole weeks. It's been 3 whole weeks. But we're back in the saddle. If you caught my little video earlier that I posted last few weeks, life just came at me real fast, as it tends to do. But it's good to be back in the saddle. It's good to be back to play you guys some songs. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? You hanging in? Hottest summer to date. There's songs to play, folks. There's songs to play. Let me just move this just back here. Everything's out of place. The wheels will get grease and we'll get back to it. All right, let me go live here. Hey, hey. Okay, so how we doing? All right, I think we're good. Let's get into some songs. Welcome to episode 223 of Live from Shallow Chateau. It's good to see you folks again. Sit in this chair, historically speaking, on Wednesdays. Play songs that are on my mind and on my heart. Last month I switched it over to Thursdays, and then the last few weeks, life just came super fast, and internet was out. The internet was out again, and then all kinds of stuff. But we're back here today. However you got here, thank y'all for tuning in. Let's do some songs. A lot's happened since the last one. I had a birthday. Robbie Robertson passed away from the band. So I've been playing a lot of songs by the band and listening to a lot of the band records. I've got show announcements. I'm doing a North Carolina run in September. I'll talk about that in a little bit. How about a song? Why don't we start off with a song by the band? It's an old favorite of mine. And cheers, folks. Thank y'all for being here. Cheers, cheers. Thank y'all for sharing this. If you're brand spanking new here, welcome. I'll get into the spiel later on. We all good? We got sound? All right, back in the saddle. Boards on a window, mail by the door. Why did anybody leave so quickly for like Ophelia? Oh, baby, darken my door. just ain't the same. Why did anybody know what became of Ophelia? Oh, baby, come back home. Was it something somebody said? God knows, baby, I love to break the rules. Was somebody up against that law? But honey, you know, yeah, that I'd die for you. And ashes of laughter, coast is clear. How come all the best things always near some pier? Oh, like Ophelia. Oh, come back home. Was it something somebody said? God knows, baby, I love to break the rules. Was somebody up against the law? But honey, you know, yeah, that I'd die for you. No, I got your number. You're scared and running. Now I'm still waiting for the second coming of Ophelia. Oh, come back home. Sing it if you know it, yeah. Oh, was it something somebody said? God knows, baby, I love to break the rules. Was somebody up against the law? But honey, you know, yeah, that I'd die for you. Hey now. One more because we love it. Hey! Oh, was it something somebody said? Oh, God knows, baby, we love to break the rules. Was somebody up against that law? Now, honey, you know, yeah, that I'd die for you. Welcome, welcome, folks. Oh, like Ophelia. Oh, what went wrong? And I said, Ophelia, oh, come back home. Oh, thank you, folks. Fix this. Is there no sound on Instagram? Well, I just unplugged it, so it would have been the regular mic. All right, try that now. All right, folks, if you just if you just tuned in, welcome. It's been hey. God damn it, went off again. All right. Is the sound on Instagram off again? If so, I'm just gonna unplug it. Looks like it's out. All right. All right, Instagram, it should be working now. I'm just going to use the cell phone audio. It's always something, folks. Always something. All right. Cell phone audio it is. It'll do. It'll do. Battery might die, but that's a whole other thing. All right, folks, let's just get centered real quick. Welcome to episode 223 of Live from Shallow Chateau. It is good to see some familiar faces and names. Appreciate you guys sharing this and all the things. Like I said, I haven't seen you in 3 weeks. Since then, I've had a birthday. It was a good one, fabulous one. I'm going to be announcing September shows tomorrow. I'm doing a tour with Jerry Joseph and the Jack Mormons. It's going to be a lot of fun. What else is going on? All kinds of stuff is going on, folks. All good things. Working on some new songs, finishing the studio build. A lot of the same as usual, but a lot of... how about some songs? Let's play. I feel like I want to get on here and play some songs. Lock me in a room now, baby. Will it keep me safe when this war is raging on? And I hear you praying, saying, please, no, not again. Take it easy, my baby. I was asking for a friend, and I let him down piece by piece. Well, I found that piece of higher ground. Found it in your patience. Found it in the sky. Found it in the space between. I used to pass on by. I wanna let it all go, but I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever really be. What's the rush, my baby? We got everything we need. We can take that long road, it's fine by me. Everybody knows the race is a younger man's game. Yeah, and slow and steady is still tried and true. Say you got that fire and you still know what's his name. I got one more streak in me, baby, if you wanna go down in flames. I wanna let it all go, but I'm not. I don't know if I'll ever really be. What's the rush, my baby? We got everything we need. We can take that long road, it's fine by me. Thank you, folks. Thank you. That's an unreleased song there called "Not There Yet." I kind of we didn't really touch on the band too much. I started off, if you're just now tuning in, I started off the live stream with a song by the band called Ophelia. And, I've played that song for 15 years probably. But I remember, one of the first bands I was in was a band called A Few Good Liars. A Few Good Liars. A Few Good Liars. And pretty much every musician I know, I knew back then, we all wanted to be in a band like the band. Not only the style of music, but the vocal harmonies, the songwriting, the whole thing. And of course, The Last Waltz is one of the most iconic music documentaries and live show performance recordings of all time. And speaking of, I know there's a lot of Josh Daniel crossover here. A lot of people that know me know him, and vice versa. He does this thing every year called the Carolina Waltz, where we all get to. There's a bunch of North Carolina-based musicians that get together and play songs by the band. And a couple years ago, we did it at Lincoln Theater in Raleigh, and it was just a fabulous time. Although I did get COVID from that concert, so. I was backstage. We were back in the green room. You probably don't know, but backstage at Lincoln Theater, even though it's a big size room, the green room's very tiny. And I was talking to one of the other girls that was playing a couple songs, and we were talking 15, 20 minutes, and sitting on the same couch, or I think we're on the same couch, a little L-shaped couch, talking back and forth. And then like 2 days later, or maybe even the next day, I get the message from her. She's like, I just want to let you know, I just tested positive for COVID. I was like, well, it's probably coming my way. And it sure did. But that's all behind us, right, folks? I hope all that's behind us. All right, let's keep it moving with some songs. I swear I remember how to do this. This one in a while. This is a song called River That Sings. It was on a full band record I put out a few years back. A few years, and I had a couple, because that's how time goes. Cheers, folks. Place where everything moves a little slow, from the fields up to the moonlight, the way it makes that river glow. I got a little bit older, started to hear that sound. Used to hear the people talk about it, never knew what they meant, but I know now. Where the folklore got its fame, then it boomed up that river bed, straight to your radio wave. First he slashed to the Rolling Stones on 2-inch tape with that swamper tone. Listen to that river that sings, the river that sings, that river that sings. Take me to that river that sings, my baby. Hey! everything moves a little slow. From the fields up to the moonlight, the way it makes that river glow. Got a little bit older, now we're the ones making that sound. And the people gather around us, shower us with love and pass it around. Take me to that river, it's that river that sings, my baby. That river that sings. Take me to that river, my baby. Take me to that river. Place where everything moves a little slow. From the fields up to that moonlight, the way it makes that river glow. Oh, thank you, folks. That's a song called "River That Sings" that I wrote and put on the last full band record I put out, titled "The Great Divide." Album is called "The Great Divide." Song is called "A River That Sings." I do have vinyl copies available on my website. If you're a vinyl connoisseur, if you like that big old tactical tangent, no, not tangent. What is it? Not tactical either. Tactile. You want something to feel. Oh, I like the cover. It's got some texture to it, and then you can stream it for convenience. You know, a lot of people ask me all the time, what's the best way to help? First and foremost, and I hope this never changes, is word of mouth. Word of mouth has a currency and a weight to it because you're putting your stamp of I dig this. So telling a like-minded friend about what we got going on over here, or my music, or sending them a link, or it all goes a very long way, folks. And then the second is buying physical copies. And when you buy physical copies, I run my own online store, or we run our own online store. Those orders that come in, we package them up, I hand sign a thing. It's very much a two-way street. And then when you buy a physical copy, you can then stream it for convenience. I still use Spotify and all that stuff, and somehow in the music world, it still is a metric that promoters use for gigs. That's a whole other thing. I personally, if I dig a band or an album that they release, I buy their vinyl, I listen to vinyl, and then I stream it for convenience. For the third time. But how about another song, folks? It's been a minute. I think we've knocked the dust off the wheels here. I've sprayed the digital landscape with a little bit of brake cleaner just to shine it up a little bit. And we're back. It's good to be back in the saddle. Cheers, folks. An auto mechanic reference? You're damn right. Like I said, I've got shows in September coming up with Jerry Joseph and the Jack Mormons, the 7th through the 10th. There's ticket links on my website. It'll be fun to get back in the van with him. How about a Jerry? I'll do a Jerry song. How about it? trouble, some folks live for truth. Baby, it seems I spend my day looking all over for you. Used to talk about the weather, used to say it all was fine. Now we never hang together, now you're never on my mind, oh. So you're spinning around in circles, cut it up in squares, and ask me if I love you, baby, ask me if I care. But you think it's a joke or something, I think that it's just a drag. You think that it's in the pocket, can't be let out of the bag. And I go north, where the sun and burns my eyes. Yeah, but I don't really care, 'cause my baby, we're all just drowning down here. So I guess I'll just slowly disappear. I guess I'll slowly disappear. Trials and tribulations face us every day. Baby, you used to talk too much, but you ain't got shit to say. Throw it out and say it's fortune, throw it out and say it's luck. Ask me if it's all been torture, ask me if I give a fuck and die. I go north, where the sun, it burns my eyes. But baby, I don't really care, 'cause we're all drowning down here. I guess I'll just slowly disappear. I go north, you know where the sun, it burns my eyes. But yeah, I don't really care, 'cause you could say we're all drowning down here. I'll just slowly disappear. Baby, I go north, where the sun, it burns my eyes. Yeah, but I don't really care, 'cause we're all just drowning down here. I guess I'll just slowly disappear. How about it? Hey! Yeah. right, I'm cool. Haul you back to Texas, take him back to school. Last thing that I need's a Mustang. Last thing I need's a tan. I'm gonna take myself up north, find out who the hell I am, and I go north where the sun and burns my eyes. Yeah, but I don't really care, 'cause my baby, we're all just drowning down here. So I will disappear. I guess I'll just slowly disappear. Every time I go north, you know the sun and burns my eyes. But baby, I don't, oh baby, I don't really care. 'Cause we're all just drowning, we're all drowning down here. So I'll just slowly disappear. I guess I'll just slowly disappear. Whew. Thank you, folks. So, like I said, yeah, we're doing a 5-day run. We start in Greensboro, Asheville, Wrightsville Beach, and end in Charlotte. And ticket links are on my website. Hope to see you guys out there. If you've never seen Jerry before, that's me doing the universal stamp of approval, or a must see. He doesn't need my approval. And I'm going to be opening those shows, and I would love to see y'all there. And if you have seen them, you already know. All right, let's do a few more songs. It's good to be back in the saddle, folks. I even broke a little sweat here, which is always good. You got to do it. Also, Hard Time with the Truth. You guys are still streaming the hell out of that song. Thank you all for making that one, for letting that into your playlist, and more importantly, maybe it's a daily driver for you. Thank you all so much for listening to that one and telling a like-minded friend and all the things, folks. It takes a tribe and a community, and I wouldn't trade this for 1 second. Also, for those Jerry Joseph shows, he's coming as the Jerry Joseph and the Jack Mormon, so it's a trio. And that power trio is special. It's special. The last few shows I've done with him have just been solo acoustic. His show have been solo acoustic. I've either open, and then the last one we did, we ended up playing the whole thing together. But this one's the power trio, and you got to see it. You just got to see it. Jason, you are correct. Those boxes are surely smiling back at you, because they're filled with beautiful new AKG condenser microphones that were sent to me by Performer Magazine and AKG. Big thanks to them, if they happen to be tuned into this, for sending these. They sound fantastic, and I'm still I'm changing up the studio daily. Depending on what the work I'm doing, I'm working with another artist right now, producing one of his songs, and so this is constantly evolving. and I can't wait to move this whole thing to the new studio, hopefully very soon. But realistically, I'm shooting for by Thanksgiving. I know, crazy, right? To push, if you only knew. If you only knew. But it's almost like how you do anything is how you do everything, Good, I think maybe both good and bad. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. So I think the studio build and like the next chapter, I feel like I've been in this very, I wouldn't say limbo because it's been busy, but I can feel the next chapter. What's the lobster reference? When a lobster is outgrowing its shell or whatever it's doing, it feels friction. So it feels like your life can be kind of spiraling a little bit, but that just means you're ready to ditch that shell and get a new one. First lobster reference on this live stream, folks, I think. Have I used that reference before? It's true. Cheers, folks. Cheers to friction and getting a new shell. Maybe that's going on in your life too. Maybe it's going on in your life too. So if you feel the friction, if you feel it just kind of spinning you upside down, I've learned this throughout the years, the hard way, the very hard way. Sometimes it's just when like the next best thing and the next thing you're supposed to be doing is just like right there. Right there. And just don't fight it, folks. Don't fight it. I'm saying this to you into a camera, looking at 5 me's on screens, saying it back to myself. All right, let's do another song. Let me switch guitars. Also went to a Tyler Childers show for the first time. First time I saw him, we had great seats too. We're like a row 10 or 12 or something. Saw it here in Wilmington. Fabulous show. Short story here. About 2 years ago, I get an email. Maybe 2.5 years ago, I get an email. And it's titled, this is a very small world story here. I get an email and it's branded at tylerchilders.com. So I know it's somebody in that world or whatever. And it's from his tour manager that's also a very talented musician himself. He doesn't know that I know him, but there's a Jerry Joseph reference here. See, I'm tying it all back in. So it's a very talented producer and engineer and guitar player and songwriter of his own accord. His name is Jiva Took. And I get an email from him from this Tyler Childers email address, and they're off tour. Everybody's off tour. The world was shut down. So he was working on some songs of his own, and he wanted to know if I'd be interested in singing them. He got turned on to me through my live stream, got around to him because the internet's weird that way. And so he sends me these 2 songs. And it's a lyric sheet. He's like, if you want to take a stab at these songs, like, let's see. Are you into it? And I was doing the live stream and I was working on maybe release and let it pass. Maybe it was like right in the beginning of the pandemic. So I do some vocal takes on it. We go back and forth, and like some things it either get shelved or you work on to the next thing, but we've kept in touch, right? So I knew he was in the Tyler Childers camp, and I keep up with him on Instagram, and I know that he's running front of the house sound for Tyler Childers too. And I didn't even think about this until like 2 songs in to the show. I'm like row 10 or something. I'm like, oh, you know what? I think I wonder if Jai's running sound for this. At first I thought of it because of how good the sound was at the show. It sounded incredible. Specifically the acoustic guitars. It's really hard to get acoustic guitars to sound good live. And his were just spotless, no matter where he was capoing. If you're a musician, you know this. Wherever you capo, it changes the low end, and there's going to be phasing issues and feedback, and everything. Every song was pristine. So like a few songs in, I'm like, how does he get? This is just a great mixing engineer. And I was like, that might be. And I was like, babe, you know the guy, the thing. So I go back during the concert, go to the bathroom, and I see him. He's running sound. I'm like, of course that's him. So I go back to the seats. Hey, tell her. I'm like, hey, when the show's over, let's boogie out of here quick. I'm gonna try to go talk to him because I've never met him in person. Just through Instagram, you feel like you know people, but it's a moving target. So show's over, go back there. He's perfect timing. He has his laptop, finishing out the show, comes out of the sound booth. We're like 6 feet away. I like point out, I'm like, Jiva Took. He looks at me, he's like, Travis Shallow. And I was like, hey, fuck the thing. Here we are. It's nice to meet you in person. So we talked for a bit. We talked about those songs, talked about he's about to get off tour. And I told him, I was like, hey, you produced a record for Jerry Joseph called Civility with a drummer called Wally Ingram. They did a duo record. Wally Ingram played with everybody, Jackson Brown, all kinds of people. And I'm like, I was like, he's an old friend of mine. I'm about to do like a tour with him in a few weeks. And so we had all that in common. So circle the story background. What was the point of this? It was about to be about the next song. Right. It was about telling you to get tickets for the Jerry show. Tyler Childers show. This is how we're going to land on our feet here. Went to the Tyler Childers show. Happened to know the sound guy through that whole story. He produced a record for Jerry. I'm about to do a tour with Jerry. What would really make sense now is for me to do a Tyler Childers song, right? And then you guys go buy tickets to the Jerry Joseph show that I'm opening for in September. There we go. Oh, boy. We found it, though. We landed on our feet. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Thank God this is over the internet and you can't throw something sharp at me. Where is it? If y'all are bailing in masses, I don't blame you. How about a Tyler Childers song? Here we go. After a quick cheers. Thank y'all for being here, folks. Buckle makes impressions on the inside of her thigh. There are little feathered Indians where we tussle through the night. If I'd known she was religious, then I wouldn't have came stone to a house of such an angel, too fucked up to get back home. Looking over West Virginia, spirits on the roof. Yes, ain't anybody told you that them things were bad for you. I said many folks have warned me. I've had several people try, but until now there ain't been nothing that I couldn't leave behind. Hold me close. across the river just to hold you tonight. Well, I was sweating bullets from the cricket you had raised, just like little feathered Indians, that's right, calling down the clouds for rain. I go running through the thicket, and I go careless through the thorns, just to hold you for a minute, though it leave me wanting more. Hold me close, my dear, sing your whispering song softly in my ear, and I will sing it long. Honey, tell me how your love it runs true, and how I can always count on you to be there when the bullets fly. I run across the river just to hold you tonight. Hold me close, my dear, sing your whispering song, but do it softly right in my ear. And my baby, you know that I'll sing along. Honey, tell me how your love it runs true, and how I can always count on you. Be there when the bullets fly. I run across the river just to hold you tonight. Just to hold you tonight. Thank you, folks. Thank you. If you're just now hopping on, folks, I got one more for you. It feels good to be back in the chair. If you're brand spanking new here, my name's Travis Shallow. I'm a songwriter based out of Wilmington, North Carolina. I sit in this chair on now Thursdays, even though we've missed the past few weeks, and I've missed you guys the last few weeks. Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and I play songs that are on my mind and on my heart. Nothing more, nothing less. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Let me switch guitars real quick. Again, folks, I've got an online store at TravisShallow.com. There's a store tab. I've got physical copies and shirts and all kinds of stuff. Show tickets are available on my website at TravisShallow.com. If you're in the Greensboro, Charlotte, Asheville, Wrightsville Beach area, I'll be coming to see you with Jerry Joseph and the Jack Mormons September 7th through the 10th. Or September, 7th through the 10th. I wanted to do this one. Again, we haven't done a stream here since since Robbie Robertson from the band passed away. So I'm going to send you off with this one. Let's see here. Oh, let's capo up a little bit. Yeah, we'll do it there. Oh, cool, Nick. Yeah, I've been asked that a few times. I thought about doing that. If you're not on the same platform, you can see it. A book on tunings and chords would be a great addition. Yeah, I've got a lyrics page up there that has that was a labor of love to put together. Big thanks to Jason for all the edits that he told me about after I did the initial one, because I wasn't listening to the album versions. I was just typing and listening in my head, because I'm an independent musician, folks, and we do it all over here. We run the store ourselves, do the booking ourselves. We're a keep as many hands out of the cookie jar as possible type of operation over here, and it gets interesting, folks. So thank you all for being here. I'll put that one on the to-do list, Nick. That's a good idea, especially with the open tuning stuff. Yeah. If it took me that long to do the lyrics, might take just as long to do the chords. All right, so like I said, I've been listening to the band a lot. Might even go watch The Last Waltz again this week. We haven't done a live stream since Robbie Robertson, the lead singer and one of the 3 or 4 songwriters from that band. But this was one they did with Bob Dylan. That I believe this was the last song on The Last Waltz. So if you know it, sing along.
Say everything can be replaced. They say every distance is not near. 'Cause I remember every face of every man who put me here. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. So any day now, and I shall be released. They say every man needs protection. They say that every man must fall. Yet I swear I see my reflection somewhere so high above that wall. Let me hear you now. Hey! And I see my light come shining y'all so much for tuning in, folks. Hope you all have a great week. Hope to see you out there on the road. Felt good to play some songs for you fine folks. You guys be kind to every single person you run into this week. It's a choice you have to make, and I challenge you to make it. And most importantly, and always most importantly, folks, you guys be kind to yourselves. It's a choice you have to make. So just make it. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. So any day now, and I shall be released. Hey, one more again. And I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. So any day now, I shall be released. I'll see you guys out there real soon. Thank y'all for all the sharing and all the listening, just for being here, folks. I don't think I got it in me to go out quite yet. Let's sing it one more time, folks. And I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. But any day now, I shall be released. Thank y'all so much for being here, folks. I see you guys down the line. Head on over to TravisShallow.com and check out the ticket links for the shows coming up in September with Jerry Joseph and the Jack Mormons. Thank y'all for listening, streaming, and sharing. Cheers, folks. See you down the line.